Keep it on me 'cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and themselves. I wouldn't want to be anybody.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Watch tight end. 4 down.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, it's Coleman.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Tighten down. There you go.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 69 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. Check.
Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. They'll roll him out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
White.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders, 47 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Jackson. Roberts got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. Now it's Jackson being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Go ahead.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him try to come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, that's caught by Roberts. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Jackson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there at 22.
1st down, Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now Jackson on 1st down. Roberts has it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jackson sliding out of the pocket, and he's going to keep it here. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Go, go, go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
One, Omaha.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
And 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now he'll pull it down. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 54 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now Jackson Operating from the gun. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Here's Jackson, and he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. So it'll be second and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. It'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Dancing to his, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try to sneak, but he will not get in. The defense stands tall, and they will hold on to their 1-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On first down, it's Coleman. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Coleman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, 49ers. Kevin Coleman, 34 yards. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. This pass into the arms of Snead, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Hey, come on.
They begin the drive with Coleman, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me. Tighten up. Undercrush.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry.
Emmanuel Sanders. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Tucker able to connect on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Line 36. Here we go.
12, fellas. Here we go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they close.